Hey guys, hope you're doing really fine at home. And what we're going to work on today is a little recovery session. We've done some good movement sessions here, some straightening sessions. So now it's time to sort of pull back a little bit and to help the body, the mind, and the spirit also recover without overdoing it. Okay, so you'll definitely want a couple of blocks, a blanket or two, and we're going to start in a seated position. So you can sit on your blocks or blankets, or if you have a seated cushion to sit on, that's fine too. And then when you come into your position, you could do cross leg if you want to. Some of us will go for the cow facing pose with the legs. If this feels fine for you, that's a great way to begin to help stretch out those IT bands and into the glutes and the hips too. If that doesn't feel fine, if you need to sit in a chair, sit in a chair. Do whatever is going to work for your body today, okay? So take a moment, find your position, sit nice and tall, relax the shoulder blades down your back, okay? And then I want you to close your eyes, okay? And just be guided by my voice. I'm going to do a little ratio breathing technique to already invite yourself into your body and your mind and your spirit. So what I want you to do on your next inhalation, I want you to slowly count to 5 and inhale the whole time you're counting. Hold for 1, and then slowly exhale for a 5 count, 2. Hold for 1 and repeat. And let me help you out with the rhythm of the count, right? So when we're inhaling here, it should be more of a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. Exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. And repeat. Do it one more time, one more round. And then we're going to release the legs. If you need to shake it off for a moment, go ahead. But then we'll change, okay? We're doing crossed ankles, right? Change the crossing of those ankles. Just sit tall. We'll get right back into that ratio breathing, okay, on this side. You can slow count to 5, holding for 1, and then exhaling for 5 and holding for 1. And then if you'd like to, go ahead and increase that ratio. Maybe you can get up to a 6 count or a 7 count or an 8 count. Do whatever is best for you. But again, keep your mind focused on the count, okay? And match that breath with that count. So go ahead and begin. Relax your shoulders. Relax your jaw. One more time. So then we'll open our eyes and let's work ourselves to table, but then I want you to bring your right foot forward for a low lunge. And if your knee is sensitive, the left knee is, then put a blanket underneath the knee, but find your blocks, have those close by. Bring the right leg forward, okay? Lengthen that left leg back. Make sure that left pinky toe lines up with the outside of your left hip flexor, okay? And then from here, put those blocks on the inside of your right foot, and you can put them up on whatever setting you want them to be on, okay? And then from here, we'll bring both hands on the inside of the right leg. Relax the shoulder blades down your back. For just a moment, push the ground away, lift your sternum up. Make sure the shoulders are nice and square. And for some of us, we're going to stay right here, okay? For some of us, we'll go in a little deeper. Maybe you'll bring your forearms onto the blocks. Some of us will bring our forearms to the ground, okay? But we're going to hold here. So this is more of a yin practice. So we're going to get into our deep connective tissue, especially in those hips and the glutes. And with a yin practice here, we are surrendering over to gravity. So that means we let the shoulders round more. We let the muscle in the back release and in the neck. But we're supported by the skeleton here. So the bones are what's helping us out, plus the props if you need them. And we're not fidgeting either, okay? There is a slight adjustment that might happen as you go deeper into the time that we're holding, right? Because the body will release a little bit more. So there's a natural movement to go deeper the longer you hold. But we don't want to fidget around. This is a form of compression, bone on bone. But it's healthy because we're not going to sustain, for hours. But this is just a great way to spur a little bone growth, but then also to get into the deep connective tissue that we can't get into when we're working in an active practice. Let's take a deep, deep breath in. Full exhalation out. Then slowly slide those hands down, press into the blocks of the earth, lift the sternum up. Good. And then we'll slowly slide the right leg back. Pause for a moment, okay? Maybe in that table position. Just feel the difference between the right and that left leg and the hip. And then we'll change sides, okay? So we'll bring our left leg forward. Maybe we'll lengthen the right leg a little further back if we can. Make sure that that right pinky toe lines up on the outside of that right hip flexor. And here, let's just be careful too with the joints, right? Stacking them as they should be stacked. And we're bringing the hands on the inside of the left leg. Again, let the shoulder blades go down, right? Relax them. Don't shrug up, right? If you hear you're tensing, this is bad compression, right? When we come forward, there's a little release there, right? As we're coming forward into the low lunge. And then it's okay for the shoulders to then round and the head to release. But if we're holding ourselves in tension, right? Shrugging up like this, then that just adds to the danger of tension getting involved into the ligaments and the joints, right? Versus allowing the muscle to release. And if you're tense, the body will then tense up. One area is tense, the whole body tenses up. So it's important to allow yourself to feel the intensity of the stretch going on, but to be very accepting of it too. To allow yourself to go deeper. It's a wonderful time to use that ratio breathing technique too. Keep your mind focused on the count versus your brain saying, how much longer are we going to be here? That's the challenge, right? I think it's easier for our body to release versus our minds allowing itself to release. Just let your breath be fluid. Last breath here. And let's slowly bring the hands under the shoulders and gently press ourselves up. And then slowly bring the left leg back, okay? Pausing for a moment in table, and then come back to child's pose. Good. Then bring yourself up to table and come onto your belly with the forearms out in front, coming into our Sphinx pose. Okay, and then from here, let's still work to make sure that the elbows aren't going back behind our shoulders. Arms are still, about shoulders width apart. And for some of us, we're gonna hold right here, right? We're gonna let the muscles in the shoulders, neck, and the back just release. And you're letting the body, essentially those muscles, rest again on the bones. Some of us, this may be a little too intense, and so during the little flow, you may take the forearms a little further forward and drop down lower. And for some of us, it could feel good just to put the hands on the ground, stacking them up on each other, letting your forward rest on the hand. So it gives you a little back bend here. There's a little bit of extension. Okay, and that's good for the whole body. Some of us, though, may even lift up a little higher, so more like into our seal pose, right? And this is where, the arm bones press down into the ground, sort of just like, if they were stilts or something like that, pressing into the earth, or like a fence post pushing into the ground. And again, we still want the shoulders to relax, right? Don't allow the shoulders to shrug up. Again, when you're tensing here, then your body can't release. So again, come to whatever position is going to feel best for you. Again, I'll even invite you to do that ratio breathing. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Last breath here. And then as we exhale, we're all going to release down and just take the arms alongside your body. Turn your head to the side and just melt. Good. Then slowly slide those hands under the shoulders. Press yourself up. Come right back to child's pose just for a moment here. And slowly coming back up. Coming back onto our belly. And we're working to our half frog, okay? So you may want the blanket to assist you, whether it could go under the head, or as you come back onto the belly, you'll have the left leg stay extended, but you're going to bring your right leg out to about a 90-degree angle, okay? From the hip, ankle, and the knee, all of them, okay? And then you're going to lie down and try to get the arms more like a cactus arm or a touchdown Jesus arms here. And with the right leg being out extended there, you're actually going to turn your head to look left. Now for some of us, this could feel a lot, there could be a lot of pressure in the groin area and the hip. That's when you could take your blankets and maybe you'll put it underneath the pelvis there. Or maybe you put the blanket under your knee or under your foot, all right? Or again, under the head. And some of us may even extend the right leg out to the side too. So it's straight out versus being angled. So do what feels best for you. And then just allow for the weight to fall right down into the ground. Again, adjust your arms if you need to. Maybe they go out a little wider, right? Maybe they drop a little lower. But again, let your breath be fluid. Be accepting of letting go. No pressure. No expectations. Just acceptance. Just let the muscles melt. They're falling right off of the bones. Take a nice deep breath in. Full exhalation out. And let's slowly extend the right leg. Let the forehead touch the ground and pause for a moment. And then change sides, okay? Left leg comes out. Use your props if you need them, okay? Head will turn to the right. And again, try not to fidget. Be accepting of where you are. And remember that there's a difference between slightly adjusting, right, versus fidgeting, right? That's fidgeting. But this is an adjustment. So understand them. So you're not doing anything to harm the body, but also harm the mind. Again, just let the muscle melt off the bones. Relax the legs. Relax the glutes. Take a deep, deep breath in. Full exhalation out. And slowly extend the left leg. Bring the forward back in contact with the ground. And gently press yourself up. And everybody find your blanket. And let's make a large rectangle with our blanket. Okay? And then roll it up. So we have a long cylinder shape blanket. And then you will take one end and we'll tuck it under. Okay? So you're creating like a little pillow and a little extension here into the blanket. Okay? And then you're going to put it on your mat right behind you. Okay? I'm just doing a side profile so you can see, but put it right on the mat to the back end of the mat. And then you're going to sit off of the blanket, not on it, but off of it. And you're going to line up your spine with the blanket. And then you're going to lie back. Make sure the tucked under spot is perfect for your head and the neck. And then just feel the shoulder blades come together. And then open palms up and let the chest release. And then either bring your feet together, or maybe you'll have the feet touch the ground with feet hips width apart, or separate the feet and let the knees drop together, or extend your legs on the ground, okay? And this is where we're going to release. Little supported Shavasana. So bring yourself whichever position you're most comfortable with. Let your breath become shallow. And I want you to stay here for as long as you like. You fall asleep, well done. But allow yourself to do what's right for you. Thanks for tuning in. Stay safe, guys. We'll see you soon. Namaste.